Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Y'all say there was no sound. I hope there's sound. Okay. All right. So if you said there was no sound, I'm going to start from the top. And I hate when that happens. Again, what's going on, Patriots? How you guys doing? Welcome to Joel Davis Media Network. I want to thank everyone for being a part of the show last night. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Okay. Uh, Also, too, if you just see this title, I got on here about Terrence Crawford and who he is, and we're discussing how single uh, black mothers a lot of times become baby mama terrorists and destroy almost destroy and tear down young black men's lives. All right. Um, I can tell you are. I can tell you views boxing fans. So we're gonna talk about Terrence Crawford. Now Terrence Crawford is a few years younger than I am, but we're gonna talk about some of his struggles that he had to deal with early on. Now, Terrence Crawford right now has multiple world championships in three weight classes. So altogether, he's got four belts. Altogether, four belts, different weight classes. Now, he talks about his life living in northern Omaha, Nebraska. I know a lot of people have heard of Omaha, Nebraska, and I used to think the same thing a couple of years back when I was early in the military that Omaha, Nebraska, having violence and gang wars. No way. But I've served with some people over there, and it's true. Northern Omaha, Nebraska is a war zone in certain areas. They got Blackistan like everybody else. Now, Terrence's father was in the Navy, and Terrence's father, I guess him and the mother didn't work out, and he went his way and she went hers. We already know how this story gonna go. She became a bitter baby mama. All right, terrorist. We talk about that. Shout out to my boy, um, the dog that always say fuck child support, Mr. Palmer. Baby mama terrorist. And when you dealing with a black woman who is a baby mama terrorist, they are horrendous. He talked about how his mother would demean him. I mean, straight up demoralize him. Tell when he told her he wanted to box and that she was going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. His father was on board. His dad, whenever he could spend time with this young man, possibly without this woman tripping, was like, yes, son, I'm glad of that. You could be anything you put your mind to. But guess what his mama said? You ain't gonna be shit. You not gonna win no championship. You wasting your damn time. His mother got so bitter with hatred in her heart towards this young man while he was trying to build himself up to be a fighter that she would tell little kids his age or even older, if you can beat my son's ass, I give you $10. I want you to sit there and think about that. Your mother is putting a hit out on you. It's not because she's doing it to a friendly wager or she believes in you. She's doing it because in the psychology in her mind, she thinks that you ain't shit you won't be shit, and she wants to prove to you that you're not gonna be shit. But he always would prove her wrong. And it got to the point that he talked about he was very angry. He get kicked out of school with fights and stuff because he was angry. Angry. Why is he angry? Hold on for 1 second, guys. Let me shut my door. Please shut it after you. Thank you. I'm back. Oh, anyway, why was he angry? He was angry because, due to the fact of the matter, he had to deal with a mother who was a single woman with other kids along with him. And she was probably dealing with his father and thought his father would be that ticket out or be that anchor in her life. And it didn't work out. And a lot of single black mothers do this to their children. I see it all the time. We talk about this. If you Minister Jap, love his channel. He talks a lot about a lot of these modern slash baby mama terrorists like women who do this to their children. You know, I've seen them where you have black mothers that have children with good hair, treat them better, and go and bend over backwards for that child versus the other children or the other child that has regular dark skin. It's crazy, but again, it goes back to colorism. We also have seen black mothers that are bitter that put men that they just met or dealt with ahead of their children. In cases you've seen what we report on this channel, where they put ahead of their children to somebody winds up deleting the child. And then when they get caught up, they try to play like they love the child so much. Guys, what Terrence Crawford talked about what he went through with the relationship with his mother. God bless this man for being able to use boxing as a tool to overcome it and to be a good father. There is a lot of young men out here that would not be able to do that. There's a lot of young men right now, especially in the black community, that are very angry and got emotions like a woman because they have been exposed to a bitter baby mama. Okay, their mother was bitter because she didn't get chosen. And let me tell you something. It's horrible to be in a family where your mother is upset with you because she did not take the time and choose the right mate in life. Or because life happens and now she has to start over again. It's the truth. This is what makes and breeds all these criminals. But you let a lot of these black Wokians tell you this, or the single black mothers that act like this, they strong. They just trying to do the right thing, or they don't know any better. Bullshit. It's because they've been conditioned from other women around them that is also bitter. Because misery love company. So if your mama was also dumped by the father of the family, she's gonna tell you that anytime any man leaves you, you just got to tell your son, if you got one, that he better not be nothing like his daddy. Or when you get mad at him, you tell him you acting just like your daddy. You tell him you ain't gonna be shit just like your daddy. I'm just being honest. We see it all the time. You don't see that in other cultures. If you notice that, it's very rare you see white women and these other nationalities do that to their children that do become single mothers. Most of the time, they try to encourage their children and pray for some type of father figure to step in. But in the black culture, it don't work that way. The mother is always bitter, mad, pissed off. She look at her kids either as a when a black mother is in that mode, bitter, angry, and hate herself because she didn't make the right choices. She gonna look at those children as a anchor that's weighing her down, or she gonna look at them as a pawn to lash out on the baby father that she feels put her in that situation. So again, shout out to Terrence Crawford for being a survivor. And y'all got to understand something too. This just back in the day. Let me see here when this first came out. Um, Hold on for a second. Let me look at something. I want to give y'all my facts when this started becoming to light. This didn't start coming to light till about 21 years ago about how messed up the black single Blackistan mothers have been. Shout out to Derek Luke for playing that role. Uh, Derek Luke played that role to perfection. Um, he really stepped in side himself and brought that character to life because see nobody wasn't talking about that 20 years ago. Never. Nobody want to talk about the fact of the matter that there was an actual problem in the black community with black mothers, single black mothers treating their sons and their children like shit because they were bitter that they did not win. And that's just facts. And because of this, this is how it all came into play. Because if you look at the Antoine Fisher story, his mother was hell. In the Antoine Fisher story, this man really talked about what really went on in his life. No one knew that. Okay. And let me tell you something. His father in this story, if you look at Antoine Fisher, his daddy got shot being in the streets. His mama got arrested and she gave birth to him and he became an orphan. And when he became an orphan, he got a foster mother that was this black lady. And let me tell you, these people were disturbed. You hear me? Not to mention, she allowed her adult niece to violate this young man for years. And this man had to run away at 14 years old. But thank God that through it all, he was able to persevere and become very successful. If you look at this, the real Antoine Fisher now, he is pretty much a success. I think he's a lawyer. Nope. He's a screenwriter now. Yeah, he's a screenwriter, and he's very successful. 64 years old, went into the government, has helped homeless people, and have talked about his experiences as a survivor. She said they said hi to you, honey. Yeah, they saw you behind. I'm on the phone. I was on the phone. They said you look great. Oh my God. See, they ain't see much, woman. Oh Lord. Anyway, my wife is crazy. But yeah, man. Um, he really turned his life around. So that just goes to show y'all that that's the problem we have in the black community that no one of these wokians and nobody else want to discuss. Why do black women feel the need to take out their frustration on their children and belittle them? Why do they take the need that they have to compete with their daughters? If you look at a lot of black women today that are single mama, baby mama terrorists, they always, they always want to be in competition with their daughters. And you don't believe me? Look at some of these um doing it for the gram mothers that's my age in their 40s, trying to show their curves, show everything else, and trying to match what their 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 year old daughter doing. So my thing is, why are we doing that? Why are we trying to compete with your daughter? You had your time. You had your time. You're older now. Why aren't you not focusing on the things that older women of class focus on? Why aren't you focusing on family? Why ain't you focusing on your husband if you got one? Why aren't you focusing on the kids out the nest? Let me find companionship. Why aren't you focusing on taking care of yourself and not exposing yourself to be an attention whore? Can't make this up. It's just what it is. That's the problem we having in the black community. That's why now we gonna be in bad shape with these new old school grandmothers that's coming in to play. We're not gonna have the ones that had the diabetic shoes and the diabetic socks on and the white church dress and outfit, usher outfit that came home along with the dad, the granddaddy that had the classic church suit, and they both in the kitchen helping each other to prep a meal or to serve the meal. Mm-mm. When you wake up on Sunday morning now, you're gonna be looking on the gram or Facebook, and you're gonna see grandma releasing the latest ass shaking video. And then if you look a little further down, you gonna see your mama and your grandmama together trying to outshake each other on the ass shaking videos. Only in the black community. These other races, they ain't trying to do that. They trying to um create a family unit. They know when to turn the whole hoeing phase off. That's why you look at the statistics. A lot of white females, a lot of Latino females, a lot of Asian females, and even Indian females. When they get out of college, their mind on starting a family and doing what they need to do as a career. But yeah, check out the videos. If you put Terrence Crawford and his mother, check out those videos. His mother was a bitch. She did not care for him like that. She didn't love him like that. All she did was belittle that man. And when that man finally did became successful and started getting all the praise in the world and getting money, all of a sudden now she's proud. All of a sudden now, oh, I only did that to push him. Bullshit. You should have been there from the beginning with positive admiration. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a boot licking black man that's a coon that doesn't know who the hell he is. I'm questioning myself every day. And oh yeah, by the way, I hate my skin tone and I hate myself. And oh yeah, my favorite. I hate black women. And oh yeah, your mama's black. Yeah, I know all those things, but I'm not none of those other things. I do know this. I'm a man that's gonna tell it like it is. And hey, if you fucked up, you're fucked up. That's just what it is. Please like, share, subscribe. Y'all continue to support the channel. Also, too, if you missed this and you want to donate, you know where to go to. My Cash App, the real Joel Davis, the real Joel Davis, or you can send me a donation on the thanks tab when you look at my videos. Please like, share, subscribe. Salute.